Hello, everybody. We are back. It is creative exploration time. We are going to explore creatively. I have with me my friend Spencer. I will allow him to introduce himself and tell you everything about himself because he's quite an interesting person, and I think y'all should get to know him.
Yeah,
Hit it, buddy.
so my name is Spencer. So I am I've been making concert visuals and graphics for about 10 years now. And then in the last few years just got super into AI and started training video models. And I trained the zero scope model and then ended up working at Runway. And so that's what I currently do. And I also love experimenting with stuff in ComfyUI and building all kinds of crazy contraptions to make audio visual graphics, mostly using TouchDesigner and a few other real-time programs. But yeah, today we're going to be making some nodes in real time for ComfyUI using like Claude and ChatGPT. Um, so I have like a few ideas for different nodes that I want to make, and in general, we're not really going to get super deep into the code. We're kind of approach this from like a like if you know nothing about code, like can you make nodes for Comfy kind of a standpoint here, because sometimes people want to do very specific things in Comfy and they're trying to find the node for it, and it's like a really simple thing. It's like, well, it's not that hard to actually just make a node to do it if it's a pretty simple thing. And sometimes I just struggle through and don't make a node, but this time I'm going to kind of try to make some of these nodes that I have kind of thought about making, but never really found the time to do it. So I think it'd be a kind of a fun learning experience. I haven't really rehearsed this or planned it out, so we're kind of just gonna figure it out on the fly and
Hell yeah.
see what happens.
That's how we do it
So
around here.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, this is a
um,
cool way to make stuff to solve your own problems, right? Because like we always complain about stuff, but sometimes it's awesome to just take action. So I'm stoked about this because I'm not really a programmer, so this side of it's really fascinating to me. So let's hit it, man.
hell yeah,
And the Touch Designer too is really cool.
yeah, yeah. So I brought Open Touch just because I want to show kind of what I want to try to do here. So I'm going to do this movie file, and this is just going to load up the default Touch Designer banana. And there's all of these. So there in Touch Designer, there's a few different categories of like nodes, and one of them is top. And these ones do pixel operations. And so there's a few of them in here that I think would be kind of cool to recreate. Specifically, this one, transform. So transform, it's extremely simple. All it does is allow you to like move your image like back and forth, up and down, rotate it, scale it however you want. But you can pretty much do this in Comfy already, but there's also these tiling options here and these extend modes. So if I scale it down like a lot, you can see it just fills it up with more transparency on around it. But if I set the extend to repeat, now it's going to repeat the banana.
I was having
Um,
this exact problem today with something I was doing where I just needed to zoom out a bit
yeah,
on a bunch of images and sort of have it be the same scale as I zoomed out on them. You know, like increase canvas in Photoshop basically or whatever.
exactly. Yeah. And one thing that I really want to do is have this. So you could do repeat, where it's like basically it'll take like whatever's in the frame and just repeat it, or mirror, so it'll repeat it, but it'll like mirror it on every repeat, or it'll hold, so it'll just like hold that line of pixels. And since I've already scaled it up in this one, it's just going to kind of hold those pixels. And I think this would be really good um, for outpainting and in painting as well, because then it's just gonna kind of like have that same color across the outpainted area. So if this was like a smaller resolution, let's say,
Yeah, you would actually extend the color on the border to mask the fact
yeah,
that you don't have that information.
exactly. So it would at least extend something there so that when you're in painting later on, it's going to have some color to work with that's actually relevant to the
That's
image.
cool.
So yeah, let's see if we can make that work. So just some very basics of Comfy UI kind of development. I like to run it in VS Code. In this case, it's actually Cursor because I used to use the GPT errors. I mean, the GPT setup in here. But we're just going to be using Claude and ChatGPT today, just normal. So if you start to look into the custom nodes folder, so I have my custom nodes folder over here. I don't know, am I sharing at a high enough resolution or yeah, it's probably pretty good. You can let me know if it can't be. I'll make it a lot bigger. Let's see.
Yeah, you increase your font size. That should help.
Yeah, that should be pretty good.
Awesome. Yeah, let us know if you guys can't read it, but I think that should be okay.
Cool. So, if you look into some of these custom nodes, you'll kind of see kind of how they work. If you want to get into this, I would find like the simplest custom nodes to start from, which in my case was actually Phil's node pack, because he was just starting making custom nodes around the same time, and it was really simple the way he set it up. So actually, we'll just look inside this one really quick. So in the init there's always this thing called init.py. So it's like underscore init underscore .py. And this is going to basically set up like the Python project, like in terms of being accessible as a module. And this is what actually kind of like makes it recognized as a node, kind of in a way. So you have node class mappings and then node display name mappings. So these will kind of always be in here. And then over here, you're basically just importing the Python files, which are for each node, and then kind of assigning them to their mappings here. And then this is also this is just added for fun by by Phil. So it prints in your command line every time you open.
Remember the first time that came up, I was like, who did that?
And then yeah, this is where it actually gets assigned to the categories and the node display name, so it actually shows up as a node. And then inside the node itself, you have a class. So this is basically going to be where everything is contained for your node. And then there's input types. So this is kind of where you set up your inputs. And then return types is like the outputs. And then here you tell it like what function is actually going to run when the node runs. And then you set the category. And then everything else is kind of whatever you want it to be. And in this particular node that he made, it randomizes it grabs a random image from a directory of images. So the first node I ever made was just iterating through a directory of images. And so I kind of gave this to ChatGPT and started kind of figuring it out. So yeah, what I ended up doing, I think I actually have it open here. Yeah. So over here, I have this this name here. I'm gonna hide this. So this is a like system prompt that I designed that like while I was kind of like learning like how the nodes work, I basically kind of took notes and then had it like summarize it. And essentially, yeah, it says like you're an expert at making nodes in Python for ComfyUI. This is a Python file containing ComfyUI nodes. Here's a guide on how to make them. So define node class, create a class representing the node's functionality, declare input types, implement a class method that returns a dictionary defining input types and defaults. So it essentially it wrote all of this these guidelines for me.
So cool, man.
Yeah, and I added like a few things to it, but this is essentially like a default like skeleton of a node here. So it just kind of like understands what's going on.
If you understand, say yes and nothing else.
Yeah, I do that just so that it can operate as a system prompt, basically. So
that's great.
Just go ahead and do this. I haven't tried this with GPT-4o yet.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, let's see. So I'm just gonna copy because I like to put just all my nodes in the same Python file. It just like kind of makes it easy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna paste it in. So I'm gonna say like, here is my current Python file with all my nodes. Now
the chat is tall tonight. We got Jovix, we got Midjourney Man, we got Pookie, we got Pixel Pusher, we got that creepy guy, we got M, we got Northern Light, we got Artificially Inclined, we got Elijah Williams. Holy crap! They all seem to like you very much, Spence. I see
Hell
J
yeah.
Boog too.
Got everyone in there.
I
Oh yeah.
know.
All
Whole
right.
crew's
So
here.
now let's see how can we explain this functionality now. So now I want to make a node that will transform an input image. I guess we should, yeah, how should we explain this? That will, yeah, take in an input image of any size and we'll need to set the canvas size. And let's see, we want to be able to scale it, rotate it, and translate it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's overwhelm it to begin with.
um, think we will try to add the tiling thing afterwards.
Yeah.
There is another like little thing for sure that is always fun, and it is this um tensor type thing here. So essentially, when you're working with machine learning applications, they store everything as tensors, which are basically just like numbers. But these numbers actually correspond to like the pixel values that you're going to be getting in and out of everything. And they have a very specific shape, is what's called. And this is essentially like the dimensions of it. So like the resolution, but it's a bit more than just resolution. So it's like width, height, the amount of frames, if it has that, and then also the amount of like channels. So it could be 3 channels if it's red, green, and blue. It could be 4 channels if it has red, green, and blue and a mask. So I want to make sure that it actually successfully outputs that, because the way Comfy handles it is a bit different than other ones. So luckily it's already kind of been done here. So I'm just going to make sure, give it a reminder.
Yeah, I've never really understood the shape thing, but I've seen it a lot.
Well, it's just 1 frame. Make it a 1 frame video. Don't make it a single image. Okay, let's see what we get.
Here's the new node implementation.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to attempt to rewrite my entire thing. So that's a little bit scary. I'm probably only going to copy the part that is added.
Right.
Because I don't want to
Sometimes it
risk
loses
it
context
everything else.
and yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, like sometimes you really want to just write out all the code, and sometimes I'm like, really don't touch that stuff because it already works.
I just need this
Like, please
chunk.
don't break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the model scope nodes. It's rewriting all those now. These were all written with.
What if they're better? What if they're better?
Yeah.
Is this so? This is 4o, eh? Have you done code at all with 4o?
A little bit. We'll see how it does. Oh, it looks like it. I had to tell it to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good sign. Okay, let's see. I don't know why it just didn't continue on its own, but okay. So here's our new node, and great. It added the display name maps and the class name mappings. Very cool. Okay.
Nice.
So let's see what we got here. We have an input image where you can control the width and the height, the scale, rotation, translation, X and Y, and it returns an image. Okay. Let's see what happens. So I'm just going to replace all this code.
You have to push the nodes at the end of the stream, no matter if they work or not. They have to be on GitHub. They have to be on GitHub.
Oh god, I'm just gonna get
the chat can fix them and tell us how bad we are at programming.
People are just gonna fill up the GitHub with issues.
Or they can fork it. They can go fork themselves.
Okay, so I pasted it in. I'm saving. Let me just make sure. Really is there? Yep, here it is. So with ComfyUI, as far as I know, you have to restart ComfyUI every time you update your notes. So you're going to be seeing me doing that a lot.
Yeah.
So here we go.
I tried to make nodes once. I made a node with ChatGPT. I loaded it up. I turned on ComfyUI and it goes, "Pers nodes failed." And I was like, at least it failed fast. And I gave up.
Failing
But
fast is the move.
Yeah, for real. If you can fail fast, fail fast.
Yeah. No, you want to fail fast because you're going to fail. And it's best to just fail fast. You're never going to get something the first try. So that's one of the things I like about using LLMs to make nodes like this. It's like it was so fast that if it doesn't work, like you're gonna be moving on pretty quickly. So let's see. So wait, we call this image transform. Oh, there's a lot of other image transforms I can see. Okay. I think this is ours. Yes. Okay. Let's grab an image.
That's a node. Look at that. It's a node. I think people aren't
Yeah,
excited enough. That's a
I
node.
know.
You just
We literally
conjured
just
that out of the
yeah.
ether.
Yeah, we literally just typed in some stuff into
I mean, we don't know if it
ChatGPT.
works, but it's a node and it
We don't know if it
loaded.
works, but it's there. And I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work. Who knows? We'll
It
see.
should.
Not gonna
It'll
assume
definitely
anything.
work. 100%.
All right, here we go. Yeah. So it definitely has the wrong shape.
So that's the
Definitely
the
does.
tensor shape problem that we were talking about then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here comes the fun part where we paste this back in. And if this doesn't work a few times, I'm going to go to Claude.
Yeah.
So, oh, whoops. Okay, yeah.
So you've had good results with Claude doing code stuff?
Yes, very much so. I'd say it's definitely still the most powerful for writing Python code. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I want to make sure I want to tell it to use the Victor iterator.
Viditerator. Pookie says the best thing Phil ever taught him was to put ASCII art in nodes to label his workflow sections. Big titles in ASCII art. Speaking of Phil's going to be on the stream soon. I have a date, but it's not in my head right now. It's in a couple weeks. And also Syntax Diffusion will be on the stream too. We're going to also do some crazy stuff. And I'll be announcing a lot more people after that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying these guest streams because I don't have to do anything. I just drink coffee and get smarter.
All right, it gave me a new node. We're going to paste it in and pray. That's basically what we're doing.
Nice.
We're not going to actually try to look into the code and solve it. We're just going to tell the LLM to do it better over and over and over again until we get what we want. The smart thing to do would be to actually have the LLM explain to you in detail everything that's going on. And then you continue to ask it questions and probe at it until you actually get to the bottom of the issue, because sometimes it will not do it. And sometimes it just gets stuck in some weird thing where it just won't get the correct, just won't be able to do the thing correctly. So, okay, let's see now. Nope. Nope, it is
No. Oh, is it
has
stuck?
issue. Okay, hold up. March. Let's make sure.
Pip install wget.
Yeah, we're going to Claude.
Sorry,
We're gonna do
OpenAI. Sorry. If OpenAI wants to sponsor us with compute credits, we'll try it again on another stream. Creative Exploration API account. Mel says if you make edits in Python, you have to restart the server too.
Yep. Yeah, I restarted it.
Mel here, Mel and
We're good.
Jovix are ComfyUI developers. They both
Yeah.
make Mel makes MTB nodes, and
Oh God.
Jovix makes Jovimatrix. So we are, we're just dogs at the keyboard while
Yeah.
all the smart people watch.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. As I said, I'm not even gonna attempt to solve these problems correctly today. So yeah.
No, we want to make stuff happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be correct.
Image transfer. Okay, let's add this one. Please work. Okay, so it gave me these node class mappings here, so I just have to put it. It looks like they're exactly the same, so we're good.
Jovic says this is what tech nerds do with their Saturdays. Can you imagine spending your weekend watching two people code badly when you already know how to code? I can't think of a more infuriating hobby.
Yeah, this is definitely not for the people that already know how to code. This is for the people. I want to show that even if you know nothing, you can just
Okay.
Sheer determination.
No,
Just make a note.
Jovic's put in a popcorn emoji. I understand why he's watching now. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it now. I get it now. I get it now. They're mocking us.
Does it really look exactly the same? It really did the same thing. Okay.
So what's the error? I
Okay.
can't quite see the error on my screen.
That time, I think I just have to put the node back in at this point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of beards. A lot of beards on the chat today. It's a very beardy chat.
Yeah. So the input was named differently, so that's why we had an error. Let's make this bigger.
We got this.
Oh,
we don't got this.
it got the preview image this time.
Okay, yeah, so it went all the way through the nodes. So now it's not giving, maybe it's giving an alpha channel or something?
It's doing 4, but it doesn't seem like it's
the numbers are
still the wrong shape, I believe.
The error was beard overflow.
And I'm gonna give it an example.
I need to get a beard oil sponsorship for the chat so we can do awkward ads in the middle of the thing.
Let's see. Yeah, let's do this.
So you're just describing the error and why we're getting it, basically, or why you think we're getting it?
I basically put in the error. Yeah, because it's essentially doing it in the wrong shape, and I know it's the wrong order because the way that Comfy does the order is wrong. Also, it's 1 1 5 12 3. One of these is supposed to be 5 12 for sure.
Right.
Because yeah, and the order is strange. It's I want to say it's frames, then height, then width, and then number of channels.
So we have to rearrange it somehow.
If it gets it wrong again, we're gonna have to actually investigate this. But we will do it.
And yeah, okay. This is all part of it. So, that's why I like doing this stuff, because it doesn't always just magically work, right?
Yeah, this is very much unrehearsed. We're gonna show it's actually to try to attempt this.
Jovic says the order is batch, height, width, channels.
Okay, yeah, so it's batch, height, width. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, batch, height, width, channels.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, which is not super typical, apparently. Okay.
We don't own mirrors, we own monitors. I love that. Yeah, I see my beard every now and then when we go on stream. Other than that, I'm good.
see.
We don't need to know how to code, Elijah. We just need people who know how to code to hang out in the comments and help us while we're trying to code. Show you how easy it is. It's reciprocal.
Oh, we got an output.
Look
at that.
Holy, and it's okay. Zoomed in. It's cropped in somehow.
It looks like it might be. Let's see. If we turn up the scale. Oh my gosh! Look at that. We didn't even have to do any sort of fancy knowledge or troubleshooting at all. I just told it like, look, I have a node here that does it right. Like, just make it.
Oh, so you showed it an example of a node that's doing it correct. That's good. Yeah. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. Great node.
Hell yeah.
Push it. It's done. There's no problems with it at all. We haven't even tested all the features yet, but it's ready.
Yeah. So let's test all of them. So let's see. Let's get image size. Too many of them. We'll use this one.
I know.
Sure. Display. Sure. Whatever. Let's do it. Okay, so it's 564 by 564. It looks like it's doing a little bit of cropping. Let's just see if we do 564 by 564. Oh my god.
5634. Jeru says now schedule it. Jeru says now schedule it. Yeah, schedule it.
Well, we'll see how far we get with this.
I know, just relax, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing I'm seeing right now is that if I change the canvas width and height, it just crops it in. So I feel like that's not the behavior I want. I feel like I wanted to resize it, right? So if I make
you want to scale the entire image and then crop it.
No, maybe. Well, maybe it should fit by like the horizontal. Maybe we should have an option. Let's see. How's it done in Touch exactly? So let's get rid of this. Make a fresh one. Because you can set the canvas size, but usually just uses the input resolution. So right now, yeah, it's 210 by 118, so that it ends up being 210 by 118. So we could do it that way. You know what? I feel like for the purpose of this one, though,
I like the way the image upscale node works, where you select the width and height, and then you just tell it if you want it to crop or not, and then it just crops to that aspect ratio and resizes it for you.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the most exciting thing for me on this is like zooming out on images almost.
How do we even? I've never actually added like a drop-down menu. Well,
Are we getting into JS today?
I have no idea. How to. Well, yeah, outside of like that kind of drop-down menu. Okay, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's see. So if I made it the same one, is it 564? So it will make it wider. Yeah. Let's copy this.
So maybe we just add a crop functionality.
Correct. I think for the purpose of this one, I do want to. It pretty much does do that. You essentially just set the canvas width and height, and then
like
scale it.
If you set that to like 1080 by 1080, does it just keep the thing the same size and just make the canvas bigger?
Yeah, that's what it should do, which is actually already pretty useful because I don't think there is a
That's
node that
exactly what I want. Yeah, that's a great thing right there.
So
especially for IP adapter composition, when you've got an IP adapter image, you could use that to like just back it off a little bit.
How does this rotation work? Is this in degrees or is this in radians? Oh, that's weird. I don't like the way that rotates.
Oh, it's rotating on the top right. Oh no, it's not. It's some other weird thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way that rotates.
The rotation might be not.
We're gonna ignore that for now because I want the tiling. I think that's what I want.
Yeah, tiles would be wicked. Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to add
that rotation. That rotation.
Okay.
What was the pinpoint of that rotation? Like the middle, center?
I don't know. It seemed like it was changing. It seemed like it was changing as I rotated it, which is very unsettling. Because look, It's
Completely
like, what?
unreproducible. It's just
Yeah,
whatever it wants.
I'm not a fan of that. Like, what? Where is that rotating from exactly?
It just
And then
moves it
it's just
over a
like,
bit too. Yeah, whatever.
yeah, like what?
But
It
why
seems
is
like
180 fine?
also
Oh,
180
maybe
is the
it's rotating from the original image. Like it's not rotating the new image, it's rotating the original one, and then rescaling it.
yeah, like before it's centered or something. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
it's hard to say.
Okay, and we have 1 and -1.
Nice.
Cool. Okay.
So now
Okay, let's
tile it
do
forever.
the yeah, let's do the tiling thing. Okay. Can we add a feature to um extend the boundaries?
Now
No
we need to
image
audio sync it, they say. If you want to watch a cool stream on audio
title.
synchronization, check out Spence's last stream on Civitai. That is some crazy stuff there if you're into audio sync. Also, check out Spence's Instagram because holy crap.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to tell everyone about the lasers at some point.
Yeah, the laser, it's too early for the laser this time, but maybe next time.
Goddamn son.
Okay, does this even make sense? Now let's add a feature to have the option to extend the boundaries of the image by tiling it when its size is smaller than the canvas size. See if this magically works.
I think it will. I have faith. It'll work at least as good as rotation did.
I don't even know what it's using to do this right now. It's using PIL image. So okay, so it's
Oh,
using
okay.
the pillow library.
I've
So
seen that before.
this should it yeah, usually these LLMs are pretty good with that library and they
I
can do all
just
kinds of
nodded, but it's like I've seen that word. I've seen that
yeah.
word before. Like as if I know what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
We are going to blindly paste this in and hope for the best, just like we did every single other time.
Feels right.
This is how you properly develop.
Yeah. Running around a dungeon with just a candle. Running into walls.
See, I really wish that this was a faster process just to see if it works.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to copy this one here because I think I need to make a new one. Because I noticed you have to like, oh, it didn't add a new option, unfortunately.
What was the new option for?
Ooh, and we got to have the tiling. So
Oh
it
yeah, of
didn't really
course. Yeah.
oh, it did add it. Hold up, wait, then something just went wrong. Oh, let's just
Maybe
refresh.
refresh the page, yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Tile. Oh, look, it made a toggle.
Oh hey,
Nice.
yeah, cool.
Okay. Oh, okay. Um,
That's a tile. It's not a
not
tile.
exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can let's see if we can show it what we want. That would be pretty crazy.
Oh. You're just like, you did this wrong and this is why.
Okay. Let's go to TouchDesigner and get that same image in here. And we'll actually tile it the way that we want it to. Let's see what happens. So we want it to instead do it like this.
Oh, from the center.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that'd be cool if it understands what you mean by this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're selling me on Claude right now.
Louder.
Claude. It's hard to say it in a non-obnoxious French accent.
You know what? Let's I'm just going to like just in OneNote just paste in some shit here. Just so I can have it like this. So it's coming out like this. Let's see. So without it, it's like this. Because basically I want it to understand like what's actually going on and what I actually want. So I'm gonna lay it out very clearly. Let's see. This is gonna be no tiling on. Oh my gosh, this is way too small. And it's really good at reading too. So this is kind of, we're basically we're gonna kind of like prompt with it visually now and see
Yeah,
how
that's
that
really
does.
neat. I've never interacted with an LLM like this. This is really smart.
Okay, now with tiling on.
Copy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then the final frame is fix it with like a hammer.
Yeah.
Like you holding a hammer. Fix it. That's so cool. Yeah, because these are hard concepts to describe.
Yeah. Like I could say, here's 3 images and these are the file names and this is the first one. And yeah, but I think if I do it like this, I think it's going to do better. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see. I don't know.
That's super cool. Artificially Inclined says that they've made After Effects plugins with GPT. Makes you feel powerful. No doubt. I've just made some P5 and some 3JS stuff with GPT, but it's, it's great. Feels good. Feels like you actually know how to code when you really don't.
Okay, let's see. It says it got it, but who knows?
That's really cool.
Yeah, I hope this works. You can see it's getting slower now with the response. That's because there's all this code in the context right now.
Mm.
If you tried to do this as an API call right now, it'd probably be like 20 or 30 cents per message.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why I like to do it here. But yeah, we'll go as far as we can. I'm sure we're gonna hit the rate limits, and then we'll have to go to Sonnet or something. So because it's very easy to hit the rate limits in Claude, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just haven't played with it much.
Okay. Let's see if this magically has fixed the thing.
And what we won't do is evade the rate limit bans live on YouTube.
Woo. Okay. Let's see.
Guys would rather make custom nodes in ComfyUI than get a girlfriend.
Okay.
All right, I feel seen.
Says it calculated the X and Y offsets to center the tiled image on the desired canvas.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how that pans out.
I don't believe you.
We will see.
One thing I do love.
I thought would happen.
Yeah, one thing I love about these LLMs are their absolute confidence in their inability to do things. They're just like, yep, and this is what we'll do, and I did it, and here you go. And you're like, nah. Then it'll tell you wrote that code when it wrote that code. It's like, the problem with your code here is like, this is your code. You wrote this.
Yeah, I was like, so basically, instead of properly tiling it, it looks like you moved it to the center after tiling it, resulting in this.
Fix it.
Make it do the thing. I feel like this is a function that probably already exists in Pillow. I don't know. There's probably a better way.
Yeah, like we could probably just call this function impl somehow.
Yeah.
That's another thing is if you
Yeah.
figure out what you need to ask, it gets a lot easier. Like if you do a bit of research
Yeah.
into your actual problem, sometimes you can get halfway there before you
Oh
iterate.
yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's the opposite of the approach that we're going to be taking today.
Yeah,
Just for
and I
fun.
like the spaghetti. I like
But
the spaghetti
yeah.
toss approach as well. Big fan.
But yeah, like the actual way that you would do this is not just
Jero says we're node edging.
yeah, you definitely when you hit a certain point where it's not going to work, you should actually stop and figure out what the hell is going on
Mm-hmm.
and do it. You know what? I don't think I saved it properly. Hold on. There we go.
This code cost $100. Yeah, I know. It's so fun, like the API costs.
No, I mean, yeah, this is a $20 subscription, so yeah,
we're good.
It's gonna be fine. But they're gonna hit me with a rate limit at
Yeah.
some point during the stream, guaranteed.
You know, you can buy credits.
Let's see. Okay.
We could try this with a local LLM, but we would probably be in hell.
Okay, so we're back to it tiling the first way now. Damn.
All that so it's crunched all that code, rewritten it, and is doing the same thing again. That's great. Okay. Yeah, how would you describe this problem? So what's the issue? We want the tiles to be centered on the image as opposed to
yeah, you know, I'm gonna retry one more time.
Tiles starting on the top left. There's probably a name for this. Something about pinning a position in the center as opposed to the top left vertex of the square.
Yeah, I wonder because I know in like shaders, this is like a solved thing that's very easy to do. Because usually with textures in 3D programs, like they tile naturally, like it's a very basic thing. But I'm thinking now maybe for the pillow library, maybe this isn't like a basic thing.
What if?
So I'm gonna give it another shot here.
What if it's another way of approaching it is to do the GLSL thing where you just make a GLSL node and then
that would
drop
be very
the code
cool.
in, because then we could just hallucinate the code with the shader code. I don't know how hard that is to plug in though. I don't understand all the because I know you have to swap a bunch of calls, I think, for Comfy.
Yeah,
if
I don't have the
only
GLSL
Phil was here. If only Machine Delusions.
Phil, yeah, you know, Phil can do that on when
yeah, we'll do that with Phil. Yeah, Phil can make shaders.
Because yeah, he was doing that last night, so he is familiar with that. I just decided to hit to just redo it, to just give it another shot.
Yeah, let's see what it does.
Just before we continue to troubleshoot it.
Creepy Guy says you do a YouTube search to fix the problem and you get your own video. Yes, that happens to me a lot. I'll Google some ComfyUI error and it's my stupid face looking back at me like, I can't help you, bud. Joviak said he has a GLSL shader node in his pack.
I thought I had it, but I guess not. Let's see. What's it called?
Jovi Matrix.
Yeah.
And the node is called GLSL.
I think I have it, but I guess not. Let's see.
GLSL JOV. Oh.
Yeah.
Failed.
I had import failed.
Import failed. Oh, okay. That's not a good look.
I'm not going to mess with that right now.
I mean,
I could try it, but I'm scared, so I'm not going to try it right now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did have it, and then something I installed broke it. So
yeah,
that's
what
happens.
Conflicting.
I'm tempted to try and update, but I'm not going to right now. Let's just see.
Just try it. What could happen? Just try it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the same thing. Okay, great.
Can you do it, but do it better? Yeah, using AI to make AI to tell AI to do stuff with AI is pretty nerdy.
Yeah, I already have this on my clipboard.
Like, no, this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah. I mean, like, what? Yeah, how should this be approached? Should it like? It should be able to like kind of like offset it while wrapping around. Yeah, let me see. We should kind of like suggest it. Like,
it suggested that it looks like the center point of the image is in the top left. Is there a way to make the center point of the image the center so that it tiles from the center out, as opposed to starting at the top left. Like it's almost like a justification problem, or like yeah, like I don't even know what to call it. I'm sure there's a name for this exact problem. But yeah, it's sort of calculating the offset. I don't know what the answer is actually. Because which way? How many do you go in the other direction?
I understand the issue now.
All right. You said that to me before, Claude.
Yeah, I think this will be kind of an interesting. This will be like a little time capsule because in the next few months or something, you'll be able to ask it this stuff and it'll just get it on the first try. So we'll be able to look back at this and be like, oh yeah, wow, it's such a struggle just to like tile an image.
Yeah. But I mean, we are kind of almost using like an abacus to do it at this point. Like this is, this is early days. Pretty amazing what we can do with our little our caveman tools. But you're right. In 5 years, like, can you imagine? We used to run these on GPUs, like at full tilt. Like, what were we thinking?
Let's see. Okay, that is not tiling.
Yeah, it's not doing anything. Oh, okay. Scale still works.
Yeah, no, it's not doing anything. Yeah.
Bama.
This is fun. Let's see.
Why you don't tile?
There's probably some better prompt engineering than this than just saying like, hey, it's bad, fix it. But that's the way we're going this time. You know what? We actually will. We'll try some better prompt engineering on the next one. Because, yeah, this isn't very good.
Python engineers hate this one simple trick.
Yeah, if this doesn't work, then we're going to go deeper with the troubleshooting and prompt engineering for sure.
We're going to go deeper.
It looks like it did some things in this one though, so let's see.
Things were done.
Uh-oh. I don't want that in there.
Did I see apologies in your code?
Yeah, it was apologizing in the code. No. Oh, uh-oh. Wait, did I delete like a lot of things? I might have deleted my notes.
Up into your deleting your video model scope stuff?
I hope not. Yeah, whatever.
Scope?
It's on GitHub somewhere. I can fix it. If I did.
Craig James, is this a custom node? Yes, we are making custom nodes with LLMs today to mix success.
Okay, here we go.
I have faith. This is the one.
I do not actually have that much faith.
Me neither. But I was just being nice.
Oh my god, it worked.
I mean, this was the intended result. This is what we meant to do. It happened. Of course, this is the result. That is so fun.
It does the thing. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There's some edge cases. There's some edge cases.
Different. Wait.
Wait, what? Wait, now it's not working? Wait. What?
It like worked and then now it doesn't?
Hold up. What?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay, so 1.1. Wait, okay. Let's tile again.
Okay, that's centered. That's not centered. That is centered. So it's like a rounding issue, maybe?
Oh.
So like try like 0.99999. Yeah.
Okay. So if it's one,
oh.
What?
So the tiling breaks after over 1.
Oh God.
Or no, it doesn't, because it wouldn't know because it's zoomed in so far. There could be tiles there, but we don't see them.
Yeah, it's not taking the canvas width and height properly into account there, I think.
It's cool how it almost works.
What?
Now rotate it.
Gosh, it was so close. What the hell? Oh my gosh.
This is why you shouldn't test your code like thoroughly.
Almost.
You should just try a couple cases and then be like, all right, this works.
Okay.
You don't want people exposing the flaws in your code. Is it because
Okay.
it's 1080 by 1080? Is that a weird res?
I mean, it
At
has to fit
certain-
that resolution into this one. It might be doing that in a weird way. Okay. Hmm.
How is the variable defined you need float? If we, I don't,
I feel like whatever approach it's doing is probably not very good.
yeah, it might be just dumb math. God damn, that's close.
7 messages remaining.
Just put in the GitHub notes that it only works with the following scales. 0.8, 0.72.
I think that it also depends on the canvas size as well. That's what I would guess.
Oh, okay.
So I
So
think
it's even.
I think if we bring this down, it's gonna change. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. So that's a complicated issue. One that I probably don't trust it to solve correctly.
Might need an actual programmer. Have we just made a case for hiring programmers?
Let's see. You know what? Maybe we'll just like show it exactly.
No, screw that. We don't need to hire programmers.
Let's see. I mean, I definitely have. I think that the problem has now gotten even more complicated. So my my faith in it to get its way out of this is very low. But let's see. Maybe let's duplicate the nodes a few times.
Try some different settings.
So we can. Yeah, I'm gonna show it what happens with these different settings, and then maybe
Oh,
somehow
smart. Yeah, smart.
it will figure it out.
Creepy guy says he was hoping to get smarter by just being around smart people, and I said they came to the wrong place tonight.
Yeah, this is the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
This one is. We are doing this in the most bonehead way possible.
But things are kind of working sometimes, and it's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like that episode of SpongeBob where he's like, we have the technology, and he slams the computer on the thing. It's just like basically what it is. Give one more value here. Okay. I definitely don't think this is going to work, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, it may not understand the settings, but maybe. I don't know. It can read text, right? Like in images?
Yeah. Claude is really, really good with OCR.
That's cool. You're just whining to Claude that it's not working.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to make sure. That, yeah, the image is always centered. Centered. And I'm going to suggest this, and I don't even know if this is the right solution to this, but maybe it should be working on like a bigger canvas than the actual canvas size so that it like fits in like no matter what.
Yeah, like crops it down and then does the thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I think that's how the rescale nodes work too. They scale it up and then crop it into that res so that it fits either side of the aspect ratio.
All right, let's see. That'd be pretty crazy if it understands what's going on in these nodes.
Yeah.
It might be worth just pasting in like this and just seeing if it and seeing what information it could get from that.
Oh, it says it's going to try and calculate the thing after the transform now. Do you think, Claude?
Okay, let's see. Let's see, Claude. Let's see what you got.
The client has me perched over a shark tank. If this doesn't work, they're going to drop me into the shark tank.
If this doesn't work, Claude, I'm going to unplug you forever.
Very important that it works.
Yeah.
As I don't want to be eaten by sharks. Can we incentivize LLMs? Do they care?
Yeah, there are some prompting strategies like that that I haven't tried them in a while, but I remember early GPT-4 stuff like that where people were threatening to unplug it. Like I don't know if you remember the Dan prompt, but it had a lot of that going on in it.
Oh, like if you don't do it correctly, like we'll shut down the data center that you live in and stuff like that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it said like for every like incorrect answer, I'm going to deduct a token or deduct like a point from the score, and if it hits 0, like we're unplugging you forever, or something like that.
That's so mean.
Ridiculous.
It's so mean.
I don't like it.
I think they're gonna remember who said please and thank you. Oh, what? Oh, whoa! It's even worse.
Right. It's less uniform.
It's somehow worse. Okay. Oh yeah, it's so now it is calculating after the fact, but it's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Do these look centered to you, Claude?
Okay. See, so it's still not properly centered. Let's do it like this. Oh, did it work? Oh, oh my gosh! You can only do 5 images. Oh my god.
That's a weird
Okay.
rule.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
Maybe
tell it
just
this time
describe
to
it,
add. Yeah. This time, add print statements so that we can properly troubleshoot.
You are a master debugger.
Let's troubleshoot this step by step.
An LLM wrote me some shoddy code, and I need you to look at it. Like, wait, I wrote this code.
Yeah, so usually when I hit some sort of wall, I usually tell it to go ahead and add the print statement so that it can figure out what is really going on when it runs.
Right.
Because
it has to explain it to you.
To a debugger. Yeah. Like the proper way would be to use a debugger and really go through it. But if you're just going to be working with an LLM like this, I can at least have it start to print this stuff so that when I get these print statements out, and give it to it, it will have a much better idea than what's going on. Probably even better idea than giving it the image.
It's like giving it breadcrumbs to debug from. That's really smart.
Yeah. So it's going to give it a lot more to work with. And if we're lucky, this will actually work. All right. Yeah, I really wish there was a faster way to debug this stuff. But that's how it is. Oh yeah, here's the import. Yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of failed imports here. That's cool.
Yeah, I got a bunch too.
Nice. Okay. Let's try this again. Closer. Yeah, not really. It's the same thing. Just has the print statements. So.
Let's see.
Oh, you know what? Let's just reduce it to one node.
Yeah, because it's a lot of print statements.
A lot going on. Oh, it didn't really run it.
Is that like an older version of the node, maybe?
No, it's all good.
Huh.
It just didn't run it because nothing had changed, so it just didn't print anything.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scaled image size, rotated image size, large canvas size, number of tiles 5
Okay.
by 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So why is it not centered?
You see, it has to think pretty hard now because it has a gigantic
It's got to
context window.
cross-reference all that code. Yeah.
Okay. And I tell it to do it step by step because usually it's going to actually print out stuff in more of a reasoning kind of fashion where it prints out everything it knows and then attempts to find a solution. Sometimes when you ask it step by step, it's going to end up giving you a bunch of separate code boxes, essentially, code blocks, and you'll have to kind of piece them together, but it'll usually have a much better response.
Oh, so it's saying if you try this instead of the other one, it might work better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. I hope it works.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
No whammies.
Yeah, one day I'll fix all these import errors.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to. Doesn't seem to be affecting anything.
Yeah, except Jovometrics doesn't work. A few of other ones don't work. Cool. I have not updated Comfy in a very long time as well because
I'm afraid to.
I'm not a big fan of the right click and you have to go through a separate submenu to convert to input.
And I always hit clone instead of color. I don't know why, but
okay, let's see here.
Oof, man, it's so close.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be able to do this. At least not the direction that it's gone down.
Yeah,
it might be too far down a bad path, and that is kind of what happens with these LLMs. Because
it's happened to me a few times with projects. It gets confused, and then you have to start over from maybe an earlier point.
Yeah.
I usually start a new context and then paste in the last decently working version and go from there. Sometimes that works out too because it'll analyze what it did and be like, oh, I don't know, maybe if you do this.
Yeah. Should we do that?
Excuse me.
I think we should. You know what? I think we're gonna go back to ChatGPT because we're gonna run out of messages here in Claude. So, or we could go to Sonnet.
What is Sonnet?
Sonnet is a smaller Claude.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Let's go to Sonnet.
Are there any local LLMs that are good at this?
They're not going to take. I mean, there is Find Code Llama, which is a pretty good local LLM. The DeepSeek models seem to be pretty capable as well, and those are pretty small. And then there's Quen, which is another pretty good code model that can run locally. But
that's cool.
They're not going to take images and stuff like this. So
you don't get the multimodal fun stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back here.
And what's Llama 3 in compared to these? Is it? Because I know people are pretty stoked on it right now.
I actually don't really know.
I haven't tried it myself either.
Yeah, not for coding. Let's do this.
You are an expert at making nodes in Python for ComfyUI.
All right. We're gonna give it everything.
Yes. Yes. So terse.
I want to completely rewrite. Whoops. What is this node called? Yeah. How did I even describe what this is? Let's see.
I would prefer if it transformed the
Yeah.
image correctly.
Okay. So okay. Currently does this. I think I'm gonna tell it to like not use pillow and see what it comes up with.
Hmm.
All right. I pressed the AI button. Let's see what happens.
So what did it say? It's going to try and do it in OpenCV instead?
It appears so.
Okay.
That's cool. Okay. I'm scared.
Yeah.
But let's see.
We might
I
have.
believe so. It told me to import these three things. I'm pretty sure we've already imported them. Oh shit, we haven't. Okay.
Hmm.
So definitely have NumPy, definitely have Torch. We just need to import OpenCV. So we're good on
Okay.
that. And we're just gonna paste in this shit. And this is gonna be a completely new node now, so
Yeah.
it's not even gonna be remotely the same.
Let's get rid of the old one.
All right. Let's see here. Come on, Claude. You could do it.
I have faith.
I know you can. I am starting to think that shaders are probably the best way to do this, but I don't think I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
We're gonna the
I
rabbit
want to
holes
explore that
carefully.
at some point for sure, but
Yeah.
I'd probably want to do that in a place where I feel like I can fail for 4 hours and not.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's the wrong shape.
Could not
That's
broadcast
nice. Okay.
MP3 from stuff. I mean, it's close. It looks like it's just backwards, right? Although, what's 3?
Yeah, I know. It's not even the correct it's
Yeah,
missing the
wait,
amount of
what's
frames.
3?
Yeah.
Your shit's fucked, Claude.
Okay, I'm gonna give it the example I gave it before, which was my other node here. I believe it was this one. Yeah. Look at this node, which does output images correctly.
Yeah. This is a cool way of doing it because, like, this is how you do anything else. This is how you do images, how you do music, it's how you do videos. You look at references and you A/B your stuff, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
giving the
I would
LLM
say, yeah.
examples is a fantastic idea.
I would say it's even better when you're doing it in here because in cursor, for instance, you can go and like it'll basically cache this whole thing, but you can also go and add like these specific things to the context here
Hmm.
as like a code block, so you could like really guide it. But yeah, we're gonna do it this way.
I need to get
Fortunately,
into Cursor. I've seen it a few times. I used it for a little bit, and yeah, it's really neat.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I think yeah, I think stuff like that is definitely the future. Kind of being able to yeah, I mean, I'm very yeah interested in kind of seeing where like how we can make it super easy for artists to make tools like just by typing in text the same way that we're generating images just by typing in text. It's like
Yeah,
I want to make a
dreaming
tool.
tools. Yeah, dreaming
Yeah, like I
tools.
just want to be able to prompt to make a tool and just
Yeah.
have it because I feel like there's a big gap there between what what artists want and what they have access to. And there's lots of times where like an entire team will make this a whole piece of software thinking like, oh, like this is exactly what artists want, and then artists get a hold of it and they're like, no, like it should be like this, or I want this feature and this feature, and I wish it worked this way. And we just we put these on GitHub, or don't even say them, or we make bug reports or whatever. But imagine you just type that in somewhere, it just changes the software for you,
Yeah.
and then you just have it. Like that's awesome.
Rewrite the UI. So what was that?
Really
Same error?
I think so. Let me restart again just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it is the exact
So this
same
is
error.
probably an OpenCV thing then, because it's
No, it's just I think Sonnet just isn't that smart, but
like it can't understand the tensor shape thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Crazy sounds in my neighborhood today. People have the audacity to be partying on a Saturday afternoon. Can you believe it? I'm trying to stream.
Yeah, this is not good. Okay. You know what? Before we do that, I'll click retry. Let's see. Claude can make mistakes. That's what it said in the corner there. No kidding.
Oh. Yeah, it just said that it looks like I gave you the wrong shape.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's what it said last time as well.
So, okay. I didn't see that. Damn it.
But, I like what's going on there. Oh, wait, no. There's still only 3. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this. I have multiple model scopes in here now, I think.
Good. It's great stuff. I came across a Xeroscope reel of stuff that I made when I first downloaded it and got it set up. I'll have to send it to you later. It's amazing. It's like very, very early Xeroscope vibes. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
I put in like TV glitch in between the scenes so that it's like you're just like flicking channels through this interdimensional cable. It's like everything's just not correct. It's great.
It is weird. Those early video model. Well, yeah, any kind of new video model, when you get a hold of it,
it's so fun, man.
Into another dimension. It's like, wow.
You just plumbing the latent space.
Strange.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's real dumb. It's really dumb. It's not putting the batch first. So no. Hold up.
It should be like this.
And
example of a correct one.
The way it should be it was batch. Yeah, it should be batch height
width
channels. Yeah, let's just say it should be 1 for now. We just won't support videos at the moment. Okay. Yeah, apparently this tensor shape is not super typical. So it seems to trip up these LLMs a lot when you're making comfy nodes.
Keep telling it.
Yeah. And yeah, the first time I made the Xeroscope nodes with this by using an LLM to do it, it wasn't even making them proper tensors. It just kept making them into NumPy arrays, which is like not a tensor. So, and it just couldn't figure that out. I was like, what are you doing? Like, this is so wrong. Like, and it
doesn't know. It doesn't get it.
Even when I told it what was wrong, it didn't get it. It just it just wouldn't do the thing. So yeah,
That,
these
I
things have
found
limits.
that I found that happen a lot with 3JS stuff. It'll be like, oh, use this function, and then you go to use it, and then it's like that function's been depreciated for like 3 years, and then you're like, oh yeah, well that's depreciated, and they're like, of course it's depreciated. You should have used this function. It's like, okay, you go use that function. It's like that one's depreciated too. Yeah, it's
What?
crazy. What's it
Oh, it's
mad
even
about
worse
now?
now. Ah. See, now I'm just getting so lazy. I'm getting this error and just paste it
That's how
in.
I usually do it. Just go. Sometimes I
Ah.
just paste the error.
See, it even says like this is how it should have been, but it didn't come out that way. Okay, let's actually look. Why? It doesn't, it looks like it's still using 3. Yeah,
One.
it's only using 3, not 4 here, I believe.
Hmm. Invaluable content of us not being able to make nodes work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say if this doesn't work, we could move to another node if we want to.
Oh no! And someone had said this is invaluable content. I was like, yeah, it's invaluable. You can't put a price on it.
The hell.
I
Okay.
love failure. I'm here for it. This is exactly how things go. You gotta show realness.
I'm skeptical of this.
Yeah, this might be just a bridge too far for like too many layers or something conceptually.
I don't know. It got it. It got it last time, but
It
let's
was so
see.
close.
I think Sonnet just isn't smart
The
enough, but we'll
the
see.
math is not mathing. Yes, it is not.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go here. We're gonna open up, yeah, GPT-4o again. Let's do it.
Save us, OpenAI. Oh, Phil made it look easy. Yeah, no instant gratification here. That's not what we're about. We're about
Yeah.
slow, long,
Gosh,
ungratifying maybe
it is so
days.
satisfying though. Like when you actually get it working. Like when it worked that first time. Holy
Oh yeah.
crap, that was
No, it's like
pleasant.
Elden Ring. When you finally get that boss, it's like, all right, yeah, that was worth it.
Yeah, no, it's too dumb. It's not gonna happen.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're going to ChatGPT. So,
What do you say, ChatGPT?
okay. Oh.
What?
I'm tempted to just have it start from scratch. Let's see. Or should it actually attempt to fix what's already here?
No,
You know what?
we
Let's
could
see.
go from scratch. Maybe that would be better at this point for
Yeah.
the just to try to solve
Or the
that
last
one
one that
problem.
actually worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had one that was actually pretty close to working. So
Yeah, it was just offset a little bit. I don't
yeah.
remember where that was though.
Uh-oh, that was in Claude somewhere. Uh-oh.
Gone forever.
Okay. This one was the one that kind of works.
Nice.
Let's paste it in again and see if it still kind of works.
Get back to baseline.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny, didn't this start in GPT and then we were tinkering it with it in Claude and now it's back
Yeah.
into GPT? That's funny.
That's only because we ran out of messages in Claude.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
I wonder if you do like what's that thing? The chat have you seen that? The team thing? It's like
No.
I think it's called chat dev and it's an AI thing and you basically employ a quote unquote software company to solve a problem for you. And it's like
Right.
8 personalities or whatever. And they all just bounce problems off each other in like an office style, like
Yeah.
thing. And they work out and they find issues with each other's stuff. It's really interesting. It'd be a cool way to code is to have like a team of programmers that are all fighting with each other until it works. I tried the voice in ChatGPT 4o, but I think it's just the old version. I don't think the new one's out yet, but it was fun. It's cool to just talk to the AI sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. They haven't released the one where you can just straight up talk to it, right?
No,
Yeah.
but you can
Yeah.
like in the iOS app or whatever, you can
Yeah.
it
Or
does
writes
back
it in.
yeah, it just
Hmm.
dictates back and forth. But I think then that new one where you can like interrupt it and stuff isn't out yet.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's using OpenCV. Yeah.
Use something exciting. Use something you never use.
Let's just see. Yeah. Let's just see if it even works. Make.
I don't want to use Pillow or OpenCV. Really go crazy. Write your own image library. I want to use that.
Oh, yeah. It's just gonna be
Move my dumb head.
one, and then it
Pumped.
goes height, width, channels. Okay. So fast though. It's crazy.
It is really fast.
It's fucking crazy how it went through all that so fast. Okay.
Makes
Oh,
you
it's gonna
wonder. Makes you
rewrite
wonder what
everything.
their local interfaces are like, though. You know, like the company side ones where it's like they got like dedicated, like I don't know. It's got to be crazy to be like have the direct access.
Yeah. I would imagine that this is probably the maximum speed it can do.
Oh, really?
I would imagine, yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, unless unless you're like sharing the resources with a lot of other people and it gets really slow.
Hmm.
And it also will get slower if you have a big context length. But yeah, we just pasted in tons of stuff and it just went for it. So okay, here we go. Once again, pressing the AI button, seeing what node comes out of it. Hopefully it works. This time I just wanted to convert it into OpenCV to see if that's maybe a better approach because whatever path it went down for the pillow library was not very good. So
Not
let's
quite.
see. Ooh, great. Well, that's a new error. So new
What's this
errors are
one?
good. I don't know.
Assertion failed. You didn't assert.
Yeah.
You didn't assert correctly.
Yeah, this sounds like an error that it's going to get past. So yeah, I'm just going to do the lazy thing. I'm getting
Just
this
paste
error.
the error. Yeah. No context. Just the error.
Ooh, wait. Okay. Ooh, I do not like the way it formatted this. Oh, I copied a bunch of extra stuff that was not necessary. Yeah.
Oh, the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why my scaling was scaled up too high
makes
to show you
sense.
guys what's up. This is the correct. Yeah, okay. Let's just close this one.
Comfy is written in Python with a JavaScript front end called LiteGraph.
Yep. Good old LiteGraph. Probably the worst node-based interface I've ever interacted with in my life.
Yeah, the backend's Python,
Um,
front end's JS.
okay.
So if you want to like make edits, I think to the way the nodes look and stuff like that, that's all LiteGraph and JS, right?
Yeah, yeah, you have to do it through JS, and
Aside
that's
from just
scary.
assigning like, categories and variables and stuff.
Yeah. I would like to get into that, but also I mean, looking at all this stuff, it should be so much easier because, in TouchDesigner to make a UI, it's like crazy easy. You just like make a parameter one and you could just like select like exactly what parameters you want to expose in it and whatever.
Yeah.
It's like crazy, crazy easy, you know. You can just make a UI like that, or you could build it piece by piece. Like, I don't know. It should be very easy for an artist to make their own UI. It's important.
I fully
But
agree, especially when you want to have fine-tune real-time control, because then you just assign that stuff to OSC or
yeah.
faders or things on your desk, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In general, I think it's
Fangs.
yeah, very much like yeah, I think it's super important for artists to be able to make their own tools and their own interfaces, and I think that's where it's going, you know, because traditionally artists have only been able to kind of be artists, and then they kind of started becoming developers and artists at the same time, and there's a lot of power when you are yeah both able to make your tools that you want and you're able to make art with it. It's crazy what you can do, and also just coming at it from that perspective is not a perspective that most developers or researchers are coming at it from, and so you're just gonna like discover some crazy stuff along the way, like no matter what. And I think people are kind of starting to realize that a bit more now. Because there's always been like creative technologists and people like that, but um, now with the way things are going with AI, it's even more valuable. So yeah, this has the wrong tensor shape now. So we're onto this one
Your
again.
tensors are out of shape, bud.
Yeah, this is gonna be what we spend the whole stream doing is fighting tensor shape
Tensor
issues.
shape, yeah. That's the people are here for. I mean, normally they just watch a progress bar go by while I stare dead-eyed into the camera. So you know, there's levels to this. Oh, thanks, Norseman.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
it's supposed to be batch size, height, width, channels. Let's print statements and troubleshoot this step by step.
Troubleshoot this.
Troubleshot.
Step by step. Oh, don't want to get demonetized. Oh, that was close, man. Almost got New Kids on the Block. You can't say song names to a person with ADD.
Really? You can get demonetized just for starting to sing a
No,
song.
no, no. Could you imagine? I don't trust it though. Maybe one day.
Oh man, it is really going for it this time. It's writing a lot
Yeah,
of things.
it's a lot of code.
There's a lot of things going on here.
Maybe it's doing it
I,
right. But this
yeah.
is we were just solving tensor shape though, right? And now it's like rewritten the whole shebang.
Oh yeah, big time.
All right. Did it
Well, it's
did
gonna.
it ask for anything new in the whatchamacallits in the imports at the top? Or is it all the same
See.
stuff? I think it's the same
Nope.
stuff. Same
Yeah, it's all
stuff.
the
Yeah,
same.
same stuff.
Yeah, it seems like it's
Cool.
making sure that you have all the imports, which is nice. That's nice of it to do because
Mm-hmm.
Claude is just like, you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. But yeah, that could definitely trip up some people. So let's
So
see.
much
Yeah,
data created on the fly. Yeah, it's just text though. Text is small.
yeah, I'd say
Oh.
Claude in general feels more like a real tool for coding
Mm.
versus ChatGPT at this point is not as capable. Unfortunately, I wish it was better. Like anyone that can come out with a better coding LLM, I will immediately use it. Pretty much, no
So
matter what.
can you hook up Claude right into Cursor's API system there and just like, or is there,
Um,
do you have to, does it have to be specifically written?
you would use continue,
Hmm.
which is this other thing, and it's super awesome. I don't have it on this computer at the moment, but continue basically brings like cursor functionality into VS Code, and you can use any API service that you want.
Hmm.
You can use Claude. You can also run a local LLM with Olama on a Mac or like on a different Mac in your network or with LM Studio, and it works really, really well. It'll even do the indexing locally on your computer if your LLM app supports it, which basically means it's going to be able to go through all of your code and convert it into numbers so that it can kind of figure out what it needs to know in order to complete your request. So it that way it's like it's able to look at all of your code and only bring the things into context that is necessary.
That's really
Um,
cool.
Yeah, so that's what ChatGPT and Claude kind of does behind the scenes
Huh.
for you. So all the like, it doesn't have everything in the chat inside the context. It's just trying to like clean it up and only bring in the stuff that it needs.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's see if this works. Oh, I think it didn't. Yeah. But
Why you mad, bro?
let's see. Yeah, it's still just the wrong tensor shape entirely.
Cannot handle this data type. 11
Let me just
1080
make sure, 'cause
LOL.
I was talking and doing things. I want to make sure I actually got it correct here. Oh yeah, it's got all the print statements and everything. It just none of them printed? No. No way.
I don't think it got that far.
No.
No, man. We've we made like 15 nodes since you took a nap. Yeah, we're definitely not on the same node doing the same thing. Nah, man. Nah, we're cool. We're cool. Yeah, this is node number 16 we're working on.
This is the actual reality of trying to program your own nodes. We got so far so quickly, and then
I know.
trying
It
to
all fell
modify just a
apart.
little bit to actually do the thing I want. Yeah, just completely
That's
made it
okay.
fall apart. But I really want this to exist.
I know.
So yeah, let's see. You know, maybe if we can't do the tile, we'll do the stretch. If that doesn't, we'll revert to the one that at least doesn't have tile, and then we'll just add stretch. I think is what we'll do if this doesn't work, because the stretch is a bit more useful for yeah, it's too dumb. The stretch is a bit more useful for
this is too dumb.
For outpainting. So
I'm mad
let's
now.
do that. Let's do that. Okay, let's see here. Current workflow.
Yeah, the in-paint stretching is really cool too. It's great, like especially if you have like a mask or something where it's also a solid color around the edge anyway, because then it's like just expand that infinitely.
See, yeah. So this one, look, in just 2 messages, it had a working node for me.
Yeah, then the rest was just
Gosh,
tweaking.
Wasn't that nice?
Before we tested it.
Yeah. No, this one was actually working.
Yeah.
And then once we tried to add more stuff to it, that's when it broke. So
we need to make one. Each node does one thing. No multi-use nodes, just one function per node.
I almost considered that for a second, but it's not going to happen.
No, that would be a rough one actually, because then you'd have to actually tell it what you need it to do on that second step.
Yeah,
like, you'd have to actually figure it out.
I mean, there is a thing with like nodes where, you know, there's kind of like levels to programming, right? Because there's like low level, which basically means you're like at the lowest level, it's like machine code. It's like the stuff that is like running right on your machine. And then there's like, you know, the compilers and the programming languages. So that's like higher level. So you're able to like write in something closer to English, like tell the computer what to do. And then there's like nodes here. It's just have like the parameters, and then you change them, and then it just like does things for you. And you don't have to worry about all the code and how it goes down to what the computer does. But
and then you can even go further and like wrap that in a front end and just expose like the 3 things you'd ever want them to touch.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be like the highest level or whatever. But in Comfy, you know, there's only like one like level. It's pretty much just this, and you can't like go any deeper. Whereas with TouchDesigner, for instance, like if I drag in like the audio analysis one here, so this is like a node, right? That's been made that I can use at a very high level. Like it has all my parameters and everything. But if you go inside of it, you have all these other nodes, and like this is how it was actually made.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, inside this one, there's another thing. It's like, oh, how is this knob made? It's like you just keep going, and it's like everything is nodes all the way down. It's like, and you get to like these lower level stuff. So it's like, yeah, there's no way to traverse kind of like the levels in Comfy, which is a big issue. So everything is just at that level. So it's like, yeah, you could split things up into multiple nodes, but that's just gonna like make it harder for people because there's no, if you're able to actually like build nodes using nodes in Comfy, like they had the grouping thing, which doesn't really work at all. Like it
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
close.
does, but it's supposed to kind of do this, but it doesn't really
You can't
work
just jump
properly.
into it and work on it. You have
And
to
yeah,
decouple it and then rewrite it and then
oh,
recouple it.
I'm glad when I pressed undo there, it actually was able to undo that. So that's
Yeah.
cool. Okay. So we have no more tiling, but the thing works. So we're basically back to where we were an hour ago. I don't know. Something like that.
Nailed it.
Okay. So this works. This is good. Let's see. Should we go back to Claude? I don't know. I think we're gonna have to continue with this. So okay.
Excuse me. So you want to now try
Yes.
and do the
So yeah.
outpainting stretching thing.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna ask it to do the outpainting here. Oh gosh. Why did it scroll my stuff in a crazy way? Okay, here we go. Ah, I do not like this interface. This is bad. Every time I add a new line, it seems to scroll me down. Okay.
I don't like scroll jacking as a rule. I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of it.
Okay, so we're gonna have it modify.
It's silly behavior. Don't jack my scrolls.
Wow, this is really bad. I cannot believe how bad this is. This is painfully bad. I can't even see what I'm typing as I type it.
Would it be easier to start a new conversation?
Ah,
That's awful.
yeah.
That's awful.
I'm just going to write over here. So if the image is smaller than the canvas size, it will stretch the pixels on the edges to fill the empty space. There. So now that it created a new thread kind of thing, it should hopefully not do that again. But you know what? That's still better than Claude because you know what? In Claude, you can't even edit your messages. So like you just have to start a completely new thread and then waste all those messages and all their compute. You know what I mean? So if we wanted to catch back up to like a certain point in Claude, like from this area, we would only have 4 messages to do it until they kick me off.
Right.
And by the time you even reached where you wanted to be, you'd be done.
Yeah.
So yeah, not super good. Okay. All right. So this is a new feature, completely untested. Let's see if it works. I really hope it does. So we're gonna have something to show for this. I mean, I at least got the transform to work. I will push that node for sure, even if these additional features don't work. But yeah, I mean, I definitely expected this to be to not work very well, but yeah, this is how it goes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gotta
this will also
try.
be like
Gotta try.
like a time capsule. Oh, okay. Oh, what?
Yeah. What matter now?
Let's just change this. Maybe that's all it is.
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's just not working. That's fine. Yeah, so it's just not even doing
You
the
have to
thing.
make the note again, maybe?
No, it seems like it ran.
Oh.
It's just not doing the thing that I asked it to do.
It's being disobedient.
Yeah, we need to whip it into shape here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need to edit this gigantic message again. Okay.
It's all about the
Have it try it
process.
again.
Yeah, in this case, the process is chaos.
The process is complete chaos this time. And yeah, I mean, this is also kind of showing the state of what it takes for an artist to build a tool with absolutely zero experience and
That's
zero
yeah.
willingness to actually learn and troubleshoot anything.
Well, it's also, I think, important to show that it's not just ask ChatGPT for a program and then you get a fully functional piece of software out of it. Like, we're building components of components for tools that already exist, and it's difficult. Like trying to build a program from the ground up. Now, depending on your use case, actually, it can be easier. Like, I've written some little Python GUI like programs to do like some image processing and stuff, like watch a folder and, you know, make GIF keys out of a watched folder of PNGs and stuff like that. Like, those little specialized things are great. But then if I wanted to bring that into Comfy, it's a whole other thing, because now you got to support GIF key, and Jovi Metrics knows, Jovi knows what I'm talking about. His works, but you gotta define it in your system environment. Hey, yeah.
It actually worked.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, first try also. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So just to demo it here. So yeah, this is how it would work in Touch. And this
so
is how
what does it average the corners? How does that work?
Yeah, it looks like the corners are not quite right.
So maybe we
ignore that for now.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, it'll work fine if you don't have
yeah.
edges on your image. Like, if your image is all solid color, it should do the thing.
Let's do this image instead. Yeah, so you see it's actually stretching it now.
Nice. That's trippy.
So that's exactly what I want, because okay, wait. Also, is it going to crop? Yeah, it is going to crop. So
cool.
we're just going to scale it like this.
Oh, so that's really sick.
If we wanted to take this and outpaint it to this, now it actually has some pixel information to work with.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. So that's actually really great, because that's what I wanted.
It's a very handy tool.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should fix this corner though.
So how would we do that? We need to tell it the corners are black. Just say the corners are black and just see what it does.
I think I want to show it. to it.
Oh yeah, you can show it. Yeah, I forgot you can.
Yeah, I think so. Let's try explaining it first. Let's see. Well, no, I think we should do both. Yeah, I think we're gonna do both. Let me show it how it should look, though. I think.
Yeah.
I think that would help, because I can actually do that. Oh, whoops, that's not right.
It'll be kind of great when they're sort of watching what you're doing and taking it all in contextually, and you're working with them in a more collaborative, open situation where you're just like, it's watching what you're doing and you're watching what it's doing, and you're like, hey, this is not doing the thing. And it's like, oh yeah, I know. And I know why, and I'll fix it.
Is it 5648321? Let's just 1. And we put the scale. Whoops.
I said to Jerry last night, everybody with the default Windows background are some of the most creative people I've ever met. Because they're never looking at their background. They're never ever looking at their background.
For the longest time, I just had a pure black background, because I would be like VJing and stuff, and like the last thing you want is like plugging in your computer and like see your background on like a big screen. Yeah. Like you should just see blackness, you know. So so let's say it looks like this, but we want it to look like this. We're gonna do the same kind of method.
Nice.
Yeah, I've had some pretty good luck kind of showing things visually to it at this point. And
what's this image plotting thing you're using here?
Oh, this is just OneNote.
So. Oh, it's OneNote? Okay.
Yeah.
I've used PureRef a bit for stuff like this.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Just loads a lot of images without complaining about it. It's also great for like loading all your inits into it, and then you can just like Control-C them and then paste it into a node in Comfy or whatever. So you just got this huge like visual library of your generations. Excuse me. It's really good for projects.
Handle the
Excuse
corners.
me.
I want to handle the corners better. Look at this image.
I want you to handle the corners like a master NASCAR driver.
Yeah, I'm like really playing dumb with it right now. I would say, yeah, like I could definitely explain in more detail exactly what I want, but I kind of want to
No, this is
to
interesting.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it recommend to do?
We will stretch both the edges and the corners to fill the entire canvas, ensuring
Sick.
there are no empty spaces. Thank you.
Do it. Let's do it.
You articulated what I wanted much better than the way that I described it.
Stretch those corners. Stretch that
Oh
one
my gosh,
pixel
yeah.
out.
Look at all the stuff it's doing. Look at this.
It's got
What is it even doing?
I don't know. It seems to be like averaging out.
Oh, it's using pillow. It's not using CV.
Uh-oh.
It's stuck with pillow.
We'll see.
That's
Maybe
cool.
it'll be okay.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean it worked in the last one.
Oh, okay. We're not going to get a tensor shape issue, hopefully.
No, thank God. No, I think we're past that point, luckily.
Our misshapen tensors.
Yeah. Misshapen tensors are a thing that you will deal with a lot if you're trying to get an image in and out of a node in Comfy, especially when using LLMs. And I wish it was easier. I think I do have to include it in my Comfy prompt. Like the thing that I pasted in at the very beginning, which also I can put this somewhere if you want. I don't know.
Yeah,
let's somewhere. I feel like people usually ask for this.
Yeah, actually a few people have asked for it in the chat.
Just paste in the chat.
Yeah, maybe just we'll drop it on my Discord and people can grab it there. Just drop it in the general chat. Yeah. Yeah, I mean you could drop it in the chat if it'll work, but I just don't think it will. Or what's that? Isn't there a text file site? What's that site?
Oh, like
Pastebin. Pastebin? Yeah.
Pastebin.
Let's just I'll drop a Pastebin link in the chat and then people can grab that prompt if they want to play with it. And then we can throw it on the Discord too. For the real ones.
Okay, here it is. Sketchy Pastebin link.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have a new one to test. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it worked. Fuck yeah. So good. Right. This is so good. Yes. Okay. Well, I feel accomplished now.
Did the corners. Yeah, that's
like
perfect.
Tiling thing was a much more complicated issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or a library like Pillow versus doing it in shaders, which I think is trivial to do in shaders.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah, so this is actually cool. I mean, should we use this? Should we continue developing? We could use this to do outpainting.
So you know what else I think would be cool is there a way to add a blur to the edges?
Okay.
Because it looks a little like pixel stretched. Now, is there a way to add like a Gaussian blur to those edges so that they're more like blanking fills? And then maybe we could have a slider for that too, so that it's sort of like.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say let's add a new float parameter that from 0 to 1 that will blur the edges of where it transitions to the stretched one or something.
Yeah, well, just adds a blur to the outpainted border, like the stretched out pixels. Just be like, yeah, I like everything you said basically. That was right.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's add a new float parameter that adds a blur to the stretch out pixels only. It is pretty cool once you do get it working like this, and the working code is right there in the context. You'd be like, hey, just add this one little thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just works, and you're like, wow, I just asked it to add a feature, and it just worked. Like,
I know it's like a glimpse into what it will be like eventually, where you're just sort of like, it's more right than it is wrong.
Yeah, I know Phil was talking about potentially making like a comfy node that makes comfy nodes.
Yeah.
And like kind of.
I've seen that a few people want to do that. Yeah, like rebuild a LLM node that can like just be like figure out how to do it and just do it for you.
Yeah.
Cool idea.
Oh, it looks like we have a new import here, maybe. Or do we already have that? Yeah, we did not have that. Import image filter.
The concept of Streaming our own nodes though is like that's so cool.
Yeah,
Especially if you could just do stuff nobody else thought of.
because I mean that's what we're already seeing with like artists when they get hold of tools like this. Like they're doing things that researchers are not thinking of.
Yeah.
So I think once we're able to create any tools that we want, it's going to be quite a crazy thing. I think we're going to definitely see an explosion in like the open source space, like with these. Yeah, like just imagine like what everyone can make if you can like literally just type into a prompt and get any piece of software, any feature out of it. Like
Yeah,
it's
and it
crazy to imagine that, and we can already see it on the horizon.
also
So
feels to me like there's always going to be a place for the human component, the human programmers after
yeah,
you've sort of AI'd up your struts, AI'd up the structure of your program, then you get a
look,
real
it works.
programmer there to finish. Oh yeah, there you go. That's beautiful.
Yep. So at 0 has those edges, and
There's
then
that a
it
little
goes up to
bit.
10, and yeah, it works.
That's
It
wicked.
does the thing. So yeah, this like will outpaint now.
That's
Um,
fantastic. So you
I
can go
would
pretty
like to
big with
have
that,
it.
right?
Yeah, I would
This,
like to have it so that.
uh-oh.
Oh,
So at
what?
scale 1 it
Wait,
doesn't
what
work.
happened there?
It's supposed to be below 1.
Oh,
So
should
make
be
the
greater than.
max like 0.99, I guess.
Oh, I think it's because the canvas width and height is exactly the same as the scale. Uh-oh.
Uh So can we add
It's
error
gonna go
handling for
wet.
that then?
Yeah,
Must be a way to
let's.
add a thing that says, well, if it's
Okay.
above and it just don't do it.
Yeah. No, it should be able to do this because it was able to do this before. I think it's with the added stuff
Oh,
now.
so yeah,
Is that
let's tell it now that we've added this feature. When we go a scale above 1, it crashes, and this
Oh,
is the
whoa, it
error.
just did a scale of 1 now.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, it's when it goes above.
yeah, it's
Oh, it seems like whenever it's above the canvas size at all.
huh.
Okay. Okay, let's see. So this new feature is working, but I notice that when my image is scaled up bigger than the canvas size, we get this error. And I'm not, yeah, I could just tell it that, but I think we're gonna go a little further and say like add print statements to troubleshoot this. And I will tell you what prints. So you can, I said, let's attempt to fix. Yeah. Fix
Make
and
it work, or I'll
attempt to
unplug
fix
you.
and add print statements. Yeah. Or I will unplug you now. And I will tell you what prints. So we can continue to troubleshoot this step by step. Oh shit. Little
Ooh,
messes up.
baby.
All right,
New
here we go.
kids on the block on my head all week now.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked that this actually works at all. I mean, most of the time you wouldn't even scale. Like if I was using this for outpainting,
You'd
it
never
would
go
be
above.
within the
Yeah.
boundaries. Yeah. I also do want to have a checkbox to have it automatically resize to fit horizontally or vertically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, so I don't have to adjust. So if I had a bunch of images that was piping in here, I could just have my canvas width and height and make sure it's only going to stretch out horizontally or whatever. It's just going to automatically fit
Yeah,
no
for
matter
that,
what it
whatever
is.
works better for your aspect.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Here's a bunch of new code. Hope that it does the thing. Let's see. I've updated the code. Print statements added. Okay. Well, let's see. See what it do.
What it do? What it do?
Oopsie.
You've gotten so fast at restarting Comfy.
Yeah, do this a
It's
lot.
a hella skill right there.
Yeah, I'd say it's really nice to have it in in VS Code like this, it's really easy to restart it or whatever. I know a lot of people do it from command prompt or whatever. But yeah, in here it's very easy to like edit it and see it's running and all that stuff. Okay, let's see what we got here now. Okay, so if we scale 1.7, oh, we still get the error.
Did you refresh that page?
Think so.
Yeah, same thing.
And this was definitely saved. So ChatGPT didn't do things right, but we should get, yeah, at least we had this. So let's give it the print statements.
Height and width must be greater than 0.
Yeah.
Height and width must be greater than 0. Does it do like a division or something? Confused.
Yeah. There's something going on that is bad. It's true. I think it's definitely something it did with the pixel stretching part. I think actually it kind of makes sense because if it can't stretch the pixels at all, then it ends up being like 0 and it ends up dividing by 0 or something. Because it's trying to apply the pixel stretch, but it's not able to. So actually, let's see if that.
So you need to, we just need an if statement. If the image is certain parameters don't do the thing, no matter what, even if it's enabled.
That the stretching is not applicable when there is when the canvas size is
it's an error. Handle it.
Smaller than the image input size, causing this division by 0 error. So yeah, you can already see it's like just even thinking this through at all on your own is probably a good thing because it might not be able to figure that out. As smart as it seems, sometimes really all it's doing is regurgitating like code that it's seen online. And once you really start troubleshooting this stuff and like really trying to use it to develop your own tools and your own code, like that's when you start to realize like, oh yeah, this thing isn't actually smart. It's just like able to kind of take patterns and combine them in such a way that it seems like it's smart, but it really isn't.
That's actually what I kind of like about it is that I have to figure out the logic of what I need. I have to figure out what I'm asking for, but it kind of handles the stuff I suck at, which is like understanding how functions work, how they relate with each other, the syntax of programming languages, certain programming language logic syntax, like how if statements work, how for statements, while, like all that stuff. It handles that side of it, so I can just sort of do this sort of thing where it's like, I want this, and I want, I want it to be, like I know it's wrong, but I can't fix it, so we got to work together, basically.
Oh my gosh, I accidentally
like that.
I like duplicated my mappings multiple times here. Oh no. Okay.
Syntax diffusion is here. What's up, Chris? We are breaking and making nodes. Spence has made 2 nodes.
One
node that does 2 things very well.
I think we struggled for an hour to get one feature in that we just gave up on. And
but the first thing we did happened fast.
Yeah.
The first success was very quick. The second success was an hour later. Marginally unrelated.
Oh.
There we go. Now. Yeah, nice. Now it's zooming in. Zooming out. Yeah, hell yeah.
Got the blur. It zooms in, it zooms out. Perfect. Okay. So I also want to add one to like automatically scale it to match horizontally or vertically.
Yeah.
That's like the last thing I really want.
This is really cool.
Okay.
So yeah, just to recap, this node can scale images sort of in and out. And when you zoom out, it is able to sort of in-paint the edges and blurs them and does all that stuff. So basically when you're running sets of images through your thing, you can zoom out on them a bit and just grab all those pixels from the edges. And that should help the Dream, the IP adapter, the VAE encoder, whatever it is, to sort of grab all the pixels around the edges and give you some fun stuff to work with. If you don't want all your images to be zoomed into the exact same, thing. So yeah, this is custom nodes solutions for problems that we've run into Comfy. And yes, there's probably already a custom node that does this and we're unaware of it, but sometimes
I
it's
don't
fun
think
to
so.
learn how to do this stuff. So this seemed
I
like
don't think there
something
is
we
one that
needed.
does this
So
one.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there is one that does this that stretches the pixels out like this.
It's
Um,
super handy.
it's really handy because yeah, we're going to be able to you can diffuse back over this and outpaint it that way. Oh, you know what? We should it would be good to try it with video.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
want to do that.
like a batch.
We'll add we'll add the new features first and see.
So will that not work now? Like if you just plug a video in, it won't work.
I don't know. It should because the code that I referenced I guess the easiest thing to try would
Yeah, just
just be
load
to
video. Yeah, just load
add
video and
or just a
video
repeat
combined.
batch,
Oh yeah, we'll
repeat
just
image
do
batch.
two images and see what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Aha, yeah.
you went hard on the
Yeah,
images
we can
there.
fix that. We can fix that at
That's
some
okay.
point, but not now.
Well, even as an image
It shouldn't be
processor,
that
it's
hard to
fine.
fix.
Doesn't need to
Yeah,
process a whole batch in one go yet.
yeah.
Although, this would be a cool thing to have for videos.
Oh, this is the wrong one. Yeah. What am I doing? Yeah, no, it shouldn't be that hard to. But then we're going to be fighting tensor shapes. I don't want to do that anymore.
Mel says
But
my MTB transform node does this, but it preserves the image dimensions.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now.
Hell
So that's
yeah.
what this new feature is gonna add. Well, yeah, it'll basically this way it will scale the image to fill the canvas size, which is what I want.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Scoop.
Go.
It should look like a lot of flickering pixels every frame. Yeah, that's what AI animation is supposed to look like. As many pixels moving as possible on every frame. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Let's see. Okay, we have match vertical, match horizontal now. Let's see, they're both off.
Okay.
So if I scale it, actually, let's just change the canvas size to make it like way bigger or something. Let's do match horizontal. Oh my gosh, it worked. Match vertical. Oh, that did not work.
Why though?
Oh.
Why you mad? Why you mad, bro? Does it have to be higher than? Yeah, no. I answered that.
I'll just keep making it bigger until it works. No.
And it's scaled.
Okay, so match horizontal seems to work every time. Does the scale? Yeah, the scale becomes disabled, which is what I want in that case. So that's cool.
Oh, I see. So yeah, okay. So it's gonna fill out based on the okay.
Yeah, so it should match. So essentially, if we wanted to like outpaint this, I'll just make it 512, and then yeah. So if we want to outpaint this upwards more, this one's already vertical, but now it will at least align it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, vertical actually worked there.
It's it's cropping it in there.
Oh, but yeah, if we do horizontal. Oh,
this is like, if one is higher than the other problem.
Yeah. Let's check that out. Yes. Okay. So if the width is higher than horizontal works.
Oh, so then you don't need that. You just need a match, and it just needs to do that function. Like you don't need to match for. Oh, you want to be able to select it?
It's not. Yeah, it's not really doing the thing I want.
Okay.
Oh, now it's actually just completely broken. Oh no, not completely. Because I want to be able to have it. I want to be able to have it match the. Oh yeah, no, there's still some issues here.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, there's still some division by zero thing here.
You don't want this in JBoog's next workflow. This is not this node is not ready for prime time yet.
It's definitely not. Yeah, you know what? I think we might leave it at this for now, unfortunately.
But pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
I mean we could troubleshoot this for many hours, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I do have things I need to do today.
No, it's all good, man. This was amazing. This was super fun.
But it was fun. Yeah.
So yeah, man, tell the people what you got going on. What do you got cooking right now? What are you doing?
So I mean I've been doing lots of laser stuff. You can check it out on my Instagram. Doing basically audiovisual graphics that overlay with lasers. Everything is rendered in AnimateDiff, and then I do depth estimation and bring it into Notch and record these things. And I use TouchDesigner to handle the laser controlling, and then it all gets composited together. So yeah, been making that stuff. We'll probably continue to add nodes to this. I do want to fix this because I actually really want this node
It's
to
so
do
close.
proper
Yeah,
animation.
it's so close.
And yeah, if I want it, I'm probably gonna end up making it. But yeah, it's not quite there yet.
I just also want to say
But
the
yeah,
lasers that you saw in those videos exist in real life. They are shot
yeah,
on his wall, and
they
he's
are real
filming the
lasers.
lasers and overlaying them over the footage.
Yeah,
So
I'll show you some actual recordings
I
here.
just want people to understand exactly how dope this is.
Let's see. Yeah, so this is like
Oh,
just raw recordings from my wall. Yeah.
so crazy.
So I project it onto my wall, and then the laser lines up with it as well. And it's all audio
Amazing.
reactive and all that good stuff. So that's kind
And
of
so
like the
that's Notch and TouchDesigner, you said?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Notch and TouchDesigner together.
Yeah. That's super
And
cool.
yeah, and all the content's made in AnimateDiff with ComfyUI, and yeah, I
So if
paid
anybody
after.
ever asks you why you make so many goddamn loops, that's why. Because we can take these loops. They're samples to us. They're things we've got for later. So when all this experimentation that we do, like this is the result. You can take it and do stuff with it. Check out all the stuff Spence does with all the stuff he makes. Like it's really, really encouraging and exciting, and it just shows you there's more to this stuff than just making a video and posting it on Twitter. You know, like you can really push these tools like crazy if you just use them as workflow augmentation.
Yeah, it's just kind of like one step in the process for me. I like to kind of put things into this bigger like system. But yeah, it's really up to you what you do. I think it's always cool to think about how you can take your processes further and take what you're doing now and like make it part of an even bigger thing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Spence. This was amazing. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be on the Civitai stream next week with JBoog. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we're going to do some crazy stuff. And then what else? I got Phil, Machine Delusions, and Syntax Diffusion will be on this show. I think first couple weeks of June. I'll double check those dates and drop the stream schedule for everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Come by the Patreon, come by the Discord, pers.xyz for all the links. Yeah, Pers loves you. Have a great night. And thanks again, Spence. This was very fun and informative.
Thanks for having me. It was awesome.
Absolutely. Have a good night, everybody. See you real soon.